Hey everyone, and welcome back to Tarot for You 444. I really hope you're all doing so well at this time. I've got a channeled message for you with regards to certain songs for the Twin Flame Journey, and this is a timeless channeling for you. So, wherever you are in the journey, just know that one of these songs or more of these songs may apply to you. So I'm going to go through them now, one by one, and take what resonates for you. And if it doesn't resonate, well, then it's not meant for you at this time. Okay, so the first one we have is Anything for You, which is by Gloria Estefan. So this song is speaking about, a feminine energy that's willing to give up anything for, the masculine energy, which is a really beautiful thing. However, in the twin flame journey, we also need to focus on the self, because when we do that, we're giving energy to, the counterpart. So in this song, she's very, needy and pleading and, wanting to, feel the feels of love, I guess, but from a bit of a needy perspective here. So if that sounds like you, it's time to focus on you. The next song is also a Gloria Estefan song, and it's called Get on Your Feet. So this speaks of mission. It's, literally get on your feet, get up and make it happen. Get on your feet. It's time to take some action. So this is speaking about the twin flame mission. We give ourselves love, and then we focus on the mission that we're here to do. And, although twin flame union is exceptionally important, twin flame mission and self-love is also, extremely important as well. So yeah, take a look at that one. That one's really good if you want to get into the energy of mission. The next one is Take a Bow by Madonna. And this song is for those twins who have decided to leave the journey, or who are thinking of leaving the journey. It's a very emotional song. It may also relate to karmics. Excuse me, my throat chakra always plays up when I speak of that. Meaning no offense, because karmics are here to, help us grow. So, so Take a Bow by Madonna is definitely one where, we can see that some are leaving the twin flame journey, of their own volition. And then also, some people are leaving their karmics to be in the twin flame journey. It's also, has a message in there, of that neediness again. It's that really, I don't know, it's kind of like, sometimes like if someone's so in love that they just are so in love that they forget themselves. So it's also a message about that. You can be that in love that you forget yourself, which can be unhealthy. What you want to try and do is come into this space where you feel whole and your counterpart feels whole. That's why twin flames go into separation, and then you come together as two wholes that are going to sort of have union together, even though that sounds a bit counterintuitive. But the more you work on the self, the more your twin flame will come into you. So the next song is a message from the divine masculine to feminine, from his higher self to hers, if he's not already, bringing that down into the physical plane. And that is Nothing's Going to Change My Love for You by Glenn Medeiros. I hope I said that right. So Nothing's Going to Change My Love for You, Glenn Medeiros. I mean, those words there, are pretty self-explanatory. Nothing's going to change my love for you. That's a really beautiful song. Some of these songs are older, like 80s and 90s stuff. But that's when they made all the really good music. In my opinion. No, I'm joking. No, all music is good. It's relevant, no matter what age it is. So the next one, we're going back in time even further for the next one now. We've got Goodbye to Love from the Carpenters. So this is people, some twin flames are saying goodbye to false twins and to their karmics with this song. It can also be relevant for people saying goodbye to the twin flame journey. Any Carpenter's song you'll find has a really beautiful tonality to it. It's very, very, old school, and I understand that, but, her voice is very angelic and it resonates with so many. That's a really big confirmation that you should listen to that song, Goodbye to Love. That's going to resonate for most of you listening now. My throat chakra is going a bit crazy because a lot of you aren't speaking your truth at this time. A lot of you aren't being true to yourself. A lot of you are focusing on the twin flame journey as a love story more than you're focusing on yourself. And this is completely normal. This is a completely natural thing to do. Most people want to, be in love, have a love story, and that's lovely. Excuse me. And here we go again with the throat chakra. Okay. Whew. Wow. Okay, so a lot of you need to speak your truth right now. A lot of you are having throat chakra issues. You are not giving yourself enough love. Some of you are smoking. Some of you have got a cold right now, or have got, a flu or a virus of some kind. It's clearing now here, so that's good. Okay, so I just want you to give yourself love. I want you to eat healthily, and I want you to make sure that you're okay before you start reaching out to your divine counterpart, because what you do to yourself affects your twin. Okay, so when you love yourself, you're also going to be loving your twin. So that's really important message right now. So let me get through the rest of these songs for you. Now we have Chain Reaction by Diana Ross, and this speaks about union, literally coming together, in a sexual union, in a mind union, in a heart union. So we're talking about mind, body and soul. That's a great song if you want to help bring about the union of the twins. So I suggest you listen to that Chain Reaction by Diana Ross if you want to bring union. That's a great song to listen to. Let me see. The last older song is called Foolish Beat, and it's by Debbie Gibson. This is a song that comes really primarily from the heart of the divine feminine, relating to separation. When she feels lonely, she feels like she's lost everything, she feels completely alone. Many females, or the feminine energy, really craves this union, the love of a union, the touch, the taste, the smell, the emotional connection, is a highly feminine thing that, the feminine energy of the twin flames really longs for. But just know that divine masculine also longs for this, but he needs to, at this, if you're in separation, he's working on some things on himself. which means you also need to do the same so that you can come back together. Okay, so just remember, twin flames go into separation so that they can do some healing, some necessary healing, and then they come back together when they're both feeling better. Okay, there's no use constantly sending, messages to divine masculine if you're, feeling anxious or depressed, or, like your diet's not right, or, you have things to do. You want to feel good when you send a message to your divine masculine, so that, take it how it resonates, of course, but when you feel good and you send a message to your masculine, then you can, give them that loving, healing energy. When you send the text message, they can sense, what's in that message. So if you need time away to have a cry, to change your diet, to do something creative, to, spend time in nature, all of those great things, regarding ascension, then do that. So that song again was Foolish Beat by Debbie Gibson. Now we have 2 newer songs for the twin flame journey, and the next one is No Guidance with Usher featuring Drake. Now this song has a little bit of talk about, some toxic behaviors in the past by either, the masculine or the feminine. And, it's also that feeling of wanting to come together, despite the toxic behaviors, but the toxic behaviors need to go first, I'm trying to think of some of the lyrics, but for right now, my train of thought's going elsewhere. So yeah, listen to that one, No Guidance with Usher featuring Drake. This is kind of a call from divine masculines, from many divine masculines, about how he feels. And, you'll appreciate that that's a newer song, some of you who are into the newer music. So yeah, that one's going to give you a lot of clarity, just the lyrics. If you can get that up on YouTube with the lyrics, that will be really helpful. Okay, so the last one I have here is, actually I have 2 more, so this is the second to last one. So this is Mine by Beyonce featuring Drake. Okay, so this is a primarily divine masculine and divine feminine song regarding the timeless union of the twins, and how all that really matters is love. It's a call to rise beyond, the physical reality that we're in now. She wants him to kind of take off his mask, and she also wants to take off her own mask, so that they can just come together in a loving way. No secrets, no closed doors, no smoky mirrors, no bullshitting around, just the truth. The truth of the union is what I'm feeling here. And again, my throat chakra plays up because it's this need for you, divine feminine and divine masculine, to speak your truth right now. There is a definite need for you to be truthful in everything that you do, to yourself mostly. Some people are not being true to themselves. If something doesn't resonate with you, it doesn't resonate with you. If something does resonate with you, then that's fantastic. This video may not resonate with you at all. This may not, be your time to hear this message right now. But in the future, it may be. And you can come back to it and say, oh, I remember that video about these songs. Maybe that might help me. Because, there is energy in a frequency. There is energy in a song. And so this is why I'm relating this to you as a channeled message now. Okay, so the last song is also an older song, and it's called True Colors by Cyndi Lauper. And it's really a message from divine feminine to divine masculine. about, you know, that she is there for him in all ways, and that, you know, all he needs to do is call or text her and she will be there. It's a very beautiful song. It's also done by Celtic woman. I think it's Celtic woman or Celtic women. And it's a very beautiful, beautiful, you know, Irish rendition of True Colours that you can look up on YouTube as well. I'm pretty sure it's Celtic woman. So Celtic woman. And they do a really lovely version of this song, True Colours. I see your true colours, and that's why I love you, so don't be afraid to let them show. I see your true colours. So this is again about breaking down those walls, breaking down the masks, being completely honest with your counterpart so they know where you are in the journey, so that they know, you know, exactly how you're coming across to them. You know, if you're afraid, you're afraid. Tell them you're afraid. If you're having trouble with your diet, tell them you're having trouble with your diet. If you feel like you can't get through the day, tell them you can't get through the day. You know, be completely honest, be open, be transparent when you speak with your twin, because they are the other half of you. They will understand. If you are not sure if you're speaking with your twin and you've just got an inkling that it could be your twin, but you're not sure, then maybe don't go into more details, because then, you know, obviously you don't want to be telling someone that's, you know, that you're not sure of about all of your inner, you know, letting them into your inner world. Okay, so, you know, you need to have a kind of shield up with people so that you protect yourself. You know, you don't want to tell everyone everything about you. You want to tell them, you know, enough so that you can be friends with them, but you know, with your twin, you can definitely let your guard down completely, and they will understand you. You know, they will see you at your worst and will still love you. Okay, so, you know, let's just say you had an allergic reaction to something, and they say, oh, I'd love to see a photo, and you're like, oh, no way. You really wouldn't. And then you go and send them a picture anyway. They, you know, they'll still love you regardless. You know, that's what unconditional love is. Unconditional love, you know, isn't, you know, Instagram selfies and, you know, Gucci handbags and, you know, the need for everything to be perfect. In fact, the twin flame journey is about imperfection. The twin flame journey is about, you know, having the dark night of the soul, having, you know, these epiphanies that constantly come, you know, as part of the journey. You know, this, you know, ascension, this trying to stay ascended regardless of what's showing up on the outside of you. So I'm going to just quickly, before I go, read these songs to you so that you can look them up. We've got Anything for You by Gloria Estefan, Get on Your Feet by Gloria Estefan, Take a Bow by Madonna, Nothing's Gonna Change My Love for You, Glenn Medeiros, Goodbye to Love by The Carpenters, Chain Reaction by Diana Ross, No Guidance featuring Drake, and by Usher featuring Drake, Foolish Beat by Debbie Gibson, Mine featuring Drake, that's a Beyonce song, so Mine by Beyonce featuring Drake, and then the last one was True Colours by Cyndi Lauper and by Celtic Woman, which is an Irish you know, folk sort of band, well, not band but group, and, you know, watching the video of that while they're singing is very beautiful. Okay, let me just think. I'm just thinking before I go if there's anything else that I need to tell you today that's really important. Okay, some of you are lacking in the vitamin B12, which means you need more foods with vitamin B12 in. So please look that up if you feel exhausted and tired and you don't know if you can cope through the day. That is a very important message. Vitamin B12 and iron are exceptionally important, especially for women. 40% of the population do not get enough vitamin B12 and iron. So look that up. That may resonate with you. Some of you need more sunshine and more nature. Some of you need to take time to bathe and really, enjoy the water. Bathing with, Epsom salt or Himalayan rock salt can really be helpful in, getting rid of the stresses of the day. What else have I got for you? There's one more song I think coming through. Okay, last song is Phil Collins, Another Day in Paradise. Okay, Phil Collins, Another Day in Paradise. Think twice, it's just another day for you and me in paradise. Okay, that's part of the lyric of that song. If you're feeling in any way that you're not grateful for what you have right now, please listen to that song and it will give you great peace that you are exactly where you're meant to be for right now. We've all had our difficult times in life, and that song gives much hope. The other thing I would suggest that you do, which is also free on YouTube to watch if you want to have, a bit of a cry, or if you feel guided to do so. Not everyone believes in God, not everyone believes in certain religions, but there is a wonderful movie called Conversations with God. The book is originally written by Neale Donald Walsch, but the video is available for free on YouTube, so you don't need to go and buy it. I mean, I would suggest that you go and buy it anyway, because it's a wonderful thing to have in your collection if you resonate with this message now. If you do not, that is fine. Conversations with God by Neale Donald Walsch. And then the other movie that I would suggest you watch is definitely The Shack, which is relatively new on Netflix, not that long ago here in Australia, but it's probably been around, in some other countries for longer. So that's two movies there. We've got Conversations with God, if that resonates, and The Shack is also, has a religious connotation behind it. So if that's not for you, I completely understand. It's not for everyone. But those two movies will definitely change some people's perspectives on their life at the moment. And if you can make sure that when you watch them, you are completely involved in watching those two movies, you'll find great comfort in those. That will give you a lot of clarity. It will make you feel like you're not alone. It will also help a lot. And for those of you who are swept up in love stories, that's fine too. The twin flame union is and can be a beautiful love story. I would suggest you watch Titanic with Kate Winslet and Leonardo DiCaprio, and also The Notebook. I'm not going to keep quoting actors and actresses, because that's getting a bit much, but so also The Notebook, most people know of that movie. The other movie, which is really beautiful lately, and has just, I think, recently come out, unless I'm behind in the times, which is quite possible, is La La Land. That actually, I think it might have come out a long time ago. Okay, so that there are three more movies that you can watch. Titanic, as a love story, The Notebook as a love story, and La La Land is another beautiful love story. the other last one before I go, I promise I'm going to go, is Dirty Dancing. That's a real classic, you know, from I think it's 1987. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it's, you know, it's getting, we're going back in time as we speak. But the you know, the messages in those movies, you know, will give you clarity on, you know, on what your beliefs are, you know, congruent with regards to the twin flame journey. And I think that's a really important thing. So I'm sending you all so much love. Remember, this reading is timeless, so you can come back to it at any time and say, hang on a minute, that woman was talking about these songs and these movies, and maybe I need to go back to them. So please do, please do. One last movie that's coming to mind is Moulin Rouge, MOULIN ROUGE. It's got Nicole Kidman. She's an Aussie like me, and also Ewan McGregor. And that, as weird as the movie is, because it can be a bit weird because it's a musical, that is like a little bit of a twin flame love story, you know. I don't know about the ending, but I'll let you watch it and see what you think. But yeah, if I have any more, you know, downloads of songs and movies, I'll let you know. But until that time, I'm giving you so much love, so much peace, so much light, and I hope you have a lovely, lovely day or night wherever you are in the world. And thank you so much for spending your time here with me. Okay? Bye everyone. Have a great day or night. See ya.